Hey everybody, it's Tim here. Welcome to Mayberry Farm YouTube channel, Surviving Maine on a 20-acre farm. Of course you already know that because you found me. But I'll show you what we've been doing here. We've been making a heck of a mess. So where we were gonna tie onto the barn here, I've got my doublers set up all the way across, which I'll show them from the outside in a minute. And we got beyond the 6x, which I do have to bore a hole through that. One of the floor trusses is going to come right here. But anyway, this section right here has got problems. And I've got 3 LVLs coming. And that's a laminated veneer lumber, is what LVL stands for. And they're rugged. They're kind of light. I'm always surprised how light they are for what they are, but they're wicked strong. They don't have much flex to them. And, you know, it's engineered lumber. Not good enough anymore, you know, when you're carrying a load to just use a regular 2x12 or nothing, you know. You got to get this LVL stuff. Don't have to, but it works awful good because it doesn't sag. So anyway, down here in the back of the van, I ran into a snag, which I knew when I moved in here. When we first moved in, the first year or two we were here, we had ant problems, and we had a pest. Matt Quack's Pest Service came down, and he got rid of the ants. We never had ants again, but you can see what they did. I mean, man, they really got in there pretty good. And it goes over, once you get to 4x6, it's solid. They just started to get into the corner of that one. I'm not going to get into that part of the barn, but I got an LVL coming. It's going to set on this 4x6 right here, right there. And we're going to replace it all the way over to this side, because this is sagged in the middle about 1/4 of an inch. So if I put my floor trusses up right now, and I put the blocking up like what I have over there, because that's what the floor trusses are going to set on, is all that blocking. Once you get to here, your floor will run down to that 1/4 inch sag. So if I was going to leave this, I would have to adjust every one of them to get the right height. But you can see the gap right where that extension cord is. You see there's an 1/8 inch gap right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyway, there's an 1/8 inch gap there. Take my word for it. Where the floor is pulled down. So we're going to go ahead, and them LVLs are supposed to be in tomorrow. But tomorrow we'll make another video, because we're going to go on up on Mount Washington on the Cog Railway. And a good friend of mine who actually has a YouTube channel, Mainly Pine Woodworks, I believe is the channel name. He doesn't have a lot of videos because he lives in a place, unfortunately, that does not have internet service. So it's kind of difficult for him. But a real good woodworker. He's the fireman actually on the locomotive, so be kind of neat. We might get a behind the scene tour there. I don't know if they'll let us record any of it or not. But yeah, so once I get that hole bored through right there on that 6x, which I'm going to do next, I'm going to have Carol pick me up with a tractor bucket, because I want to be in a bucket. I don't want to be on a stepladder running a chainsaw. I want to be in something I got my feet on, so, you know, where I can stand comfortable. We'll bore a hole through, make it big enough to fit that floor truss. Then I'm going to start setting my first trusses. My first one goes at the 2-foot mark. I'll actually climb up there so you can see it. So there's my 2-foot mark where my first one goes. And then I got them every 12 inches all the way over to here. Because setting right about, you know, maybe 2.5 feet from the wall, I got a joiner I'm going to have set up there. And it's going to be in the middle of the span. And I don't know if I've shown this joiner before, but it's out here covered up. And the end of the table got a little rusty because the damn tap there keeps blowing up. But It's a nice big jointer, so you can do a nice board. It doesn't have a big enough motor. That's a 3 or a 5. I don't. It's 3 horsepower. You know, real nice motor. Probably $1,000, $1,200 motor. But yeah, see that? I got to take this thing off because it's holding water. Better off let it dry out. And I never like taps. Stuff sweats. Once it sweats, it frigs everything all up. Because we've had some wicked temperature changes lately. And yeah. There we go. I'd say there might have been some wasps in it by the way they're flying around. Yeah, something in there. But anyway, we'll let that dry off today. So yeah, this is it's the Porter company. It says A.D. Porter, Grand Rapids, Michigan. 1900 is what's cast on it. And it's probably about the right vintage. It's got Babbitt bearings. It does have a round head on it. I've got some water on that. That was the only thing that didn't get water on it, was that damn knife, and I'll wipe that off. But you can see the sweat. That's all sweat on there. It's not from getting rained on. That's the problem. We have this wicked temperature changes. We've gone from 90-degree days and 70-degree nights down to 40-degree nights, and then back up to 90, 85, 90. It's been crazy lately. But anyway, yeah, 20-inch jointer, quite a beast. So that's going to set up there, and that's why I got to have those floor trusses every 12 inches up there. And look at that. I've been looking for that son of a gun for a month. That's typical me. I walk along, set shit down. Wonder why I can't find it. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a little while when we get ready to do some more interesting stuff here. Well, as you can see, we got the overhead beam. That is 3 LVLs, 14 inches. That's going to hold up the load on the second floor. This is an extra one that I got a use for it if I don't use it on this job. But so if you're curious what LVL stands for, it's laminated veneer. You can see it's just a whole bunch of veneers put together, basically plywood. I don't know on this stuff if they actually alternate grains that much. Seems like they're all going the same way. But anyway, it's pretty rugged stuff. You know, it's made to hold the load this way. You know, pretty good. Doesn't seem to move much. There's a little difference in height by a 1/16 or so. Actually had the old block plane out to trim off the edges. I'm just getting ready to put up that next 2x for the top. And anyway, I haven't been filming much. It's hard to do when you're a one-man show out here. So I'll let you go and continue. Oh, I did get the saw mark. Not the saw mark, the saw cuts made there. Got through that 6x6. I think one of those floor joists will fit into it, floor trusses. We'll see. Anyway, I'll be back in a little bit. Well, I'm back, everybody. It's after supper. We took off and played there. Went and got an ice cream, you know. Grandkids are up. You got to do stuff once in a while. So the only thing I haven't got done is these, basically, these 3 2x6s. They're not nailed on the top. I just got to check, make sure this end's all plumb, and then I'll get these plumb. I'll do that in a couple of days. My knee's killing me because it don't like climbing. So I got to pick up. Tomorrow we're going to actually go playing. So yeah, nice airplane going over there. A lot of seaplanes around here. Beautiful night for it. Anyway, we're gonna go up Mount Washington tomorrow on the Cog Railway. Hope to get some footage. We'll see. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Don't hesitate to subscribe. I'll talk to you later.